came home stinking round doing it. You?
Nah. We're going to copy off yours on bus.
You don't know anything unless you do it yourself.
School don't teach you much with knowing any road.
Of course it does.
Never bother going in Leeds.
What do you do instead?
Have fun. Go on adventures and that.
No wonder you're so thick.
Bet you couldn't nick a car, drive around in it all day. Bet you couldn't. Do one today if you like. You're mad. My dad'd kill us.
My dad's angry enough as it is.
Well, if you're both too scared, who's got a good excuse for our homework then? Brilliant!
Lisa's still in bed?
No, she flippin' ain't. She's gone home to feed the pigs you fillets were supposed to be minding.
Right. So we don't have to go back there then, Dad?
All you had to do was stop over and look after things. But no. You had to come home and ruin our night of unbridled passion.
Hey, it's horrible there, Dad. Weird things were happening. Stuff just disappearing into thin air. And like terrible noises. And smells just wafting about.
Should have slept in separate rooms then.
Boy, you... Oh, flipping heck, woman.
Lisa's on phone, wondering when John Wayne and Errol Flynn are due back to mine the farm.
Dad, please.
Tell her they're on the way. Hey!
Where do you think you're going?
School. Where's it look like?
Sit down.
I'm late enough as it is.
Kelly? That time we had a little chat.
If it's about the birds and the bees, you're too late.
What?
We did it in biology.
It's your extra English I'm more worried about.
Dad, I'm not ready to talk about this. I've done nothing to be ashamed of.
Apart from bunking off with one of your teachers.
This attitude really isn't going to help anyone.
Now listen, we're going down to school this morning to talk to the headmaster.
Well, what for?
Before we put our side of the case, I want to know exactly what's going on between you and that Bainbridge.
Nothing.
If he's laid one finger on you...
Dad, nothing's happened. Just leave it, will ya?
No, I won't leave it. We're going to sit here until you tell me everything. You're not leaving this house until I know the truth.
We'll get Essence finally.
Morning, all.
Morning.
Hi.
Making another fortune before lunch?
Try not to lose one.
Take my advice. Sell everything and get a proper job.
Coming from somebody who's about to lose his, I think we'll pass on that one.
I don't think it'll go that far.
You've certainly perked up.
Well, Kelly's home safe and sound, so now maybe things can get back to normal.
I don't mean to sour the mood here, but surely this is just the beginning of your troubles.
Steve.
No, he's right. And if I'd done anything wrong, I'd be a worried man.
But?
My conscience is clear.
What does your boss think?
Seeing him this morning. I'll be back teaching by this afternoon.
Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed.
No need, Rachel. I'd just worry about your shares if I were you.
Kim, here's the contract. My cheque for £350,000. Just needs you to sign here. Oh, come on, Kim. What's the matter with you? You look like you haven't slept for a month. Just sign this, and we can leave each other alone. Kim!
So there you are, having a fling with one of your teachers, sleeping in barns, getting up to God knows what else.
Just listen to me, will ya?
What's he done to you, Kelly? All those times you've been alone with him.
Nothing.
Has he touched you? Has he asked you to do anything?
Dad, stop it.
Things that maybe, you didn't want to do, but were just too scared to say anything.
Do you mean, have we slept together? Is that what you want to know? Could you really handle it if that was the truth?
Oh, Kelly.
He's a friend. He was there for me when you and Mum were splitting up. I really like him, Dad.
Have you slept with him?
No!
There's no telling when this new place of Jack's is going to be ready. I told him to stay put until he got things sorted.
I think I might start on a Cardiff for him.
Jack, he can afford his own flaming Cardi.
Baby James. Sort to keep him warm till spring comes.
I thought we'd cleared all this up. The baby's not Dave's. You've got to let go of him, love.
You've seen him, Ned. You only have to look to know he's a Glover.
And what about the blood test, eh? You can't argue with that. It says in black and white that David wasn't the baby's father.
Yeah, well, you can get a bit of paper to stay out if you've got enough money.
Kim Tate's put all this in your head, hasn't she? Hasn't she caused enough damage?
Frank can try every trick in the book, but I know whose baby it really is.
Oh, Jan.
Jamie's all I've got left of our Dave, Ned. My grandson. Frank can scream till he's blue in the face, but nothing's ever going to take that away from me.
I thought you said this were exciting. I've been sat here all morning. It's better than being in a boring maths lesson. At least that's inside in the warm. We can't just nick any old car. We have to wait for the right one.
What, one with pedals and a little red hooter?
No, one that's dead fast so coppers can't catch us.
Can you really drive a car?
Of course. Been thinking of becoming a racing driver.
Yeah, they're cool, they are. Just like that Jimmy Hill.
We're going to sit here all day? Come on then. Let's go for a drive.
It's good to see you back, Kelly. You know, when Robert vanished, Jack and I were almost up the wall with worry. I really wouldn't wish that on anybody.
The little angels, they got no idea what they put their mums through, have they, eh?
Right, Kelly, get your coat on, we're going up to school.
Vic?
What if I say no?
Be the first time you ever have.
Pack it in, Vic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have a nice little cosy chat, were we? All girls together. Been telling them what you got up to with your pervy teacher, have you?
You're disgusting!
Me? It's not me that's been throwing myself about the place, is it?
How many times do I have to say it? I've done nothing wrong.
Are you sure about this, Kelly? Because if it comes down to it, we can always get the doctor to say so on that one, can't we?
Good God, Vic, what is the matter with you?
It's you that needs a flaming doctor. You're sick, you are.
Right, just get your coat. We're due at the school.
I better go. What are you trying to do to her? Don't you see? You'll just drive her away.
Someone's got to teach her right from wrong, Viv, and you've blown any chance you ever had.
If I had a coat hanger, I could get in any of these. Blimey, come then. Now what do we do? I'm thinking, hurry up. In the films, just get some wire and rub them together. I thought you said you'd done this before. Loads, but not on one like this. Oh no. What? It's Mum. Duck!
Kelly's admitted that absolutely nothing untoward has taken place.
Has she now?
So the sooner I'm back in front of my class, the better for all concerned.
Not necessarily. You're not the first young teacher to get involved in this kind of thing. And in my experience, it wouldn't do you or the school any good at all to come to any conclusions in haste.
Are you saying you don't believe me?
No, but Kelly and Mr. Windsor are coming to see me. My decision about your future here will be made when I've heard both sides of the story.
David, I'm so sorry. I wish I could hold you in my arms. There just doesn't seem any point to all this without you. I miss you so much. I love you, David. I love you with all my heart.
Thanks very much, Mr. Windsor. If you wouldn't mind just waiting outside.
Yeah, but I thought you
Shan't
wanted
keep you a moment. Just a word with your daughter, if you don't mind.
Right, look, I'm just out here, love. All right.
This must have been a difficult time for you, Kelly.
Yeah.
But you understand. I need to know the truth of these rumours concerning you and Mr. Bainbridge.
I know.
I promise you that anything you tell me here will be in the strictest of confidence. In your own time.
Well, lately I've been having some problems at home. My mum and dad have been splitting up. And Tom, Mr. Bainbridge, has been very understanding.
So understanding that his landlady came home to find you alone together. Is that true?
Yeah. I was crying, and he put his arm around me to comfort me. And that's when Mrs. Eggleton walked in.
I see.
It was stupid of me to go there, but I wanted to talk to someone, and he's the only friend I had.
No one's blaming you, Kelly.
I didn't mean to get him in any trouble.
Did Mr. Bainbridge ever do anything at all to make you feel ill at ease or uncomfortable?
Did he try and kiss me, do you mean?
If you like.
Sometimes I used to wish he would. I really liked him, you see.
And did he feel the same way?
That was the awful thing. He told me I was just another one of his pupils, that I was too young, and that he could never have anything to do with me in that way.
And how did you feel then?
Oh, I understand all that now. It was just a stupid crush, I suppose.
Right. Thank you, Kelly.
It's all my fault. You're not going to sack him, are you?
Think I'd better let everyone hear my decision at the same time. Mr. Bainbridge, Mr. Windsor, do you care to step into the office? This hasn't been an easy decision for me. I'm aware that the consequences don't just affect those here, but the entire school.
Exactly. He's not safe with any of the girls.
I think there are lessons here for all of us. Mr. Bainbridge was naive to allow an impressionable girl to visit him out of school.
Naive?
But I'm sure he acted in good faith.
What?
Perhaps if you devoted more time to your daughter, she might turn to you instead.
Now, wait a minute, will you?
I'm sure that Kelly and Mr. Bainbridge have both had ample time to reflect upon their mistakes and should return to normal school life as soon as possible.
You're not sacking him?
No.
I don't believe this. It's a flaming whitewash. You're just sticking together and sweeping it all under the carpet.
Mr. Windsor!
He's molested my child and now you're letting him get away with it.
I really don't
Well,
see...
I'm going to the governor's about this. I'm having his job and then I'm having yours.
There's Mrs. Tate. She's crying about Dave Glover. Why? Because she loved him. But she's married to Mr. Tate. So? How come you know so much? I heard Mum and Terry talking about it. He died saving her baby. Mum says it's a shame that she didn't die instead, because no one likes her. You all right, Mrs. Tate?
Yes, thank you. I'm absolutely fine.
Come on then, let's go to the river.
There's something weird going on here, I'm telling you.
Well, what kind of noise was it then?
Agent Scully?
It was like a demented howling, and then there was this horrible banging sound.
Yeah, like, whoa, clang.
That's it.
Well, there's a bit of wind coming down through the trees, catching all at shed door.
Of course it is, you plonker.
That don't explain how his dinner went missing, does it?
Pigs.
Let themselves in, did they?
Well, they probably sneaked in and stole your grub while your bike were turned.
Cutlery and all. Do me a favour, Dad.
What are you saying, Butch?
He reckons the place is haunted. I've told him he's a nutter.
Haunted? Who by? Pinky and Perky?
I'm not staying here after dark.
You are? Because if you don't, you're just the only flaming ghost that's haunting this place from now on. Do you hear me?
Kelly? I see it was a complete success then.
It's a cover-up. They're just protecting their own, closing ranks.
And if she's telling the truth?
Well, I'm going to go to the governor's. Papers if I have to. I'm going to see him exposed for what he is.
Vic, think about Kelly. Is it really in her interest to have all this dragged through the papers, maybe even a court case? Can't we drop it, eh? For her sake?
Some bloke whom we trusted abused our daughter, and we're supposed to just drop it?
She's not our little girl anymore, Vic. She's 16. She's just learning about the world.
He was supposed to be teaching her Shakespeare, not the Kama Sutra.
We can't keep her wrapped up in cotton wool forever.
Yeah, well, this is just about the attitude I'd expect from someone like you. You think nothing of jumping in and out of bed with anyone who pops in here for an envelope. But I'm not having my daughter brought up like that. No way. Someone's got to look after her.
Don't call this much of an adventure. I nearly had it started before you two chickened out.
All she got started was a blooming radio.
And I could have had that if you would have let me. It's stupid nicking stuff. We should have just gone to school. Yeah, we should have.
What the hell are you three doing here?
Chris? So, you're deigning to speak to me at last. Decided to sign the contract?
Yes.
Good. Let's get it over with before Dad comes in. Here's the cheque. And if you just want to put your paw print here.
A cheque's no good.
It's a banker's draft. It can't bounce.
I have to have cash.
350,000? Don't be ridiculous.
Deal's off then.
What on earth do you want cash for?
I'm sorry we couldn't do business.
Wait. It'll take me a couple of days.
24 hours.
Well, you sign it and I'll set the ball rolling.
Cash on delivery. Oh, and Chris, the money, I will be counting it.
When your teacher phoned, I thought she must be mistaken. I thought there's no way that you'd skip school after what you put us through last year. Anything could have happened to you and nobody would have been any the wiser. I really can't believe that you would do that to us again.
I'm sorry.
Was this your idea, Andy?
No, it wasn't. It was mine.
I'm asking Andy.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And how do you expect you're going to learn anything if you don't go to school?
Dunno.
Did you spend the whole day just hanging around?
No. Yeah. We went down to the river for a bit in the morning.
Well, I'm very disappointed in both of you. Now go up to your room.
What's going to happen?
We'll wait till your father gets home and then we'll decide.
As if we didn't have enough to worry about with Kelly, let alone you giving us the runaround as well.
Kelly's all you talk about these days. You never got any time for me anymore.
Oh, nice try, Donna, pulling the guilt trip on your mum. You just fancied bunking off because you hadn't done your homework.
Where I've had the chance, I've heard crying and you screaming, so I can't concentrate.
Perhaps we should send you to a boarding school then.
Oh, I wish you would.
You're to stay away from that Andy from now on. He might turn Robert Sugden into a delinquent, but he's not going to get you into trouble.
Is this the benevolent home for waifs and strays?
All right, love.
Mouse will not be here.
Where are you going?
Homework.
Me and all.
I don't know if I can cope with Dad for much longer, Mum.
I know, love. Dad's never liked the little girls to grow up.
It's too late. I have.
I know he's got a funny way of showing it, but he's only doing all this because he loves you. And he wants to make sure you're all right.
But he's treating me like a criminal. And now he's going to the governor's. The whole school will be talking about me. I just want this whole thing to go away.
I'll do a deal with you.
Go on.
This is me you're talking to, not your dad. And I want to know the truth.
All right.
Did you sleep with him?
No.
I'm knackered, I am. Slave labour, that's all we are. Just so that my dad can have his wicked way. Marlon? Marlon! Oh, heck. Marlon? Marlon? Hey, cop a load of that, Scooby.
Oh, Butch, get off! Right, that's it, you've had your great days. Give us that. Come here. Come here. Have some beer.
No, get off.
What the hell is that?
That's no wind banging the shed door. Right, that's it, Marlon. I've had enough. I'm off.
No, hang on a minute, Butch. It's about time we found out what's going on around here, right? Follow me.
Lads couldn't even spend one night on their own. They had to come back home crying. 'Tis a bit spooky, your place, though, love. Are you sure it's not haunted, like?
Don't be so daft. They're just hearing things, that's all.
Butch always did have a vivid imagination. He's wasted on pigs, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think we should down these and go and babysit them. Check they haven't been dismembered by some mad axeman.
The only baby I'm sitting for tonight is my Zaki.
No, give on.
It's a complete vindication. I'm starting back at school on Monday.
Congratulations. Well, now you're off the hook. You can level with me. Did you?
Did I what?
Come on, I won't tell anyone. A room full of 16-year-olds hanging on your every word. You have to be a saint not to be tempted.
Well, I wasn't. I didn't come into teaching for that.
Yeah, right.
She's become obsessed with that baby, and it's not natural. She's ignoring all the facts that are staring her in the face.
You're just going to have to give it time, Ned. And it's her way of keeping David alive for that bit longer.
But it's not, though, is it, Terry? And the baby's got nothing to do with him either, and if she don't face that fact, I'm worried it's going to drive her mad.
All right, love.
Hi.
Well, evening light of my life. Two of the usuals, is it?
Why do you never talk to me like that?
I do try, Betty, love, but you never let me get a word in.
How's he got the nerve to come and drink in here?
Hey, Betty. There'll be no fighting in here tonight.
How can you face coming in here after what you've done to that poor girl? Jamie, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Betty, I
Don't you Betty me, young man. If you had any decency at all, you'd have left this village by now. You wouldn't be sat there as if you hadn't a care in the world.
Now, just wait a minute, Betty. Had it ever occurred to you that what you saw just could have been a concerned teacher comforting a pupil in considerable distress? No, you saw what you wanted to see, and you spread your malicious gossip without a second thought. I'm sorry, Betty, I'm going nowhere.
I know what I saw.
Right, there's nothing there, let's go.
Hang on! We can't just have imagined it, can we? How strong's that beer?
Look, let's leg it while we still can.
I'm going in.
Don't move another step.
Oh, my God. Look, I don't want to die.
Move away from that shed.
Look, we're not thieves, honest, are we? No, we're just looking after a place, like, for Lisa Clegg.
Who are you?
I'm Butch Dingle, and that's Marlon. Who are you?
I live here.
Lisa lives here.
I'm Barry. Barry Clegg. Lisa's husband.